because as much as we talk about lost media in normal media production, there's also Brony media, which we want to get your attention to because hopefully it doesn't, but it may eventually vanish one day. We want to make sure you have the chance to view it, or at least know of its existence, and maybe back it up in case
Man,
you like it.
this is very convenient to what I was talking to CMC about. Just because I was talking to him about just doing a video of just checking out animations and stuff from 10 years ago.
Oh, it is absolutely worth it. There is so much out there that now, and some of it is even not hasn't been seen even to this day, or at least not gotten massive attention, which is really a shame.
See,
It really should be.
I know every so often I get worried about animated James taking their stuff down. So at one point, their whole picture stuff was black for like a year.
Yeah, I think he's relaxed on a lot of it since then, and I don't imagine that he's going to be the one to take it down at any point. Though worst case, if that ever happens, I think I got a DVD of it, everything that he's made. So either way,
I was just saying that there's been a couple of points where I'm like, please
yeah.
don't take this down.
I've had more than a few community creator blow ups, which yeah, I feel bad for them, but yeah, it's at the same time it's like, guy, at least give people a chance to back it up. I know you don't like your stuff anymore, but people love it.
So we should be moving to the videos.
We already are here. I'm just giving everybody a chance to get in real fast.
On that note, I need to go to sleep.
Well,
have a good one.
And on that note, do you want to give a shout out?
Shout out to all the amazing artists out there making amazing art.
Right.
Woo!
Also, Kotas, be sure to keep an eye out on the Discord group for the panel so we can start preparing for that.
You got it. I'm going to start rewatching a bunch of ponies this week to see about making some trivia.
All right.
Don't
trivia away.
Episodes.
All right. Bye. And with that, let's go ahead and start off with Tridashi and Insanity. God, this would make a horrible Beat Saber song.
What? This is a lot going on.
Yes. Here, I'm looking through my videos real fast.
And the English translation is not doing anything to help.
And this is... Okay, this is...
Cause I got a good one.
Oh,
what? Anon talking about Snow Kitty up there? What?
I'm getting like, oh wait, is this an anime joke of an anime closer? I mean, we got the time here at the top left. It feels like it's random in these credits.
Yeah, you know it's the time left.
Wait.
Yes, but
I thought
that last one was... That last section was a Tetris theme knockoff kind of thing.
Yeah, and I have seen anime themes.
This is a Teto video.
Oh, okay.
It's a cassette. Yeah, one of the it's not or did the Vocaloid group actually officially bring her in? I forget. I know they did actually, because there were some that were like not official Vocaloids that eventually the group for Vocaloid went ahead and adopted them, basically. Essentially paid the artists.
Cool.
But let me see. It's just somebody's original song, and that's their and the video made for it.
Oh, that probably explains why YouTube hasn't gone screaming to the hills about copyright on it.
Yep.
All right, in that case, let's go ahead and Rainbow Dash meets Rainbow Dash. This is from WW Brothers.
Oh.
Aw, she's an adorable little athlete. Behold the awesomeness.
And blip.
Tom and Jerry?
Now, is the shirt tied because it's too big, or because the child wants to have a tail like a pony?
No
This is
horse
showing
allowed.
why you shouldn't have kids.
No.
Yeah, this feels like a lesson in avoidance.
Zero velocity.
Goodness.
Okay, this one Rainbow Dash kind of did it to herself.
Yeah. Whee!
Way.
Okay, perfect pause. So we're gonna pause it right
That
there.
freak out.
We're gonna pause it. This is why Rainbow Dash
You
is
wanna walk
probably
me at
gonna
home?
cause Rainbow Dash
Me
to have a
and
heart
my
attack.
mother in the background trying to catch me.
And
Yeah.
this is why Rainbow Dash had CPS called on her.
Yep.
By Rainbow Dash.
Dude, that's not even mine.
Before we move on to the next thing, apparently the Fallout Equestria thing that Spec Rabbit did for Ponies Online got an honorable mention in the top videos of this month.
As it should, though it should have gotten rank.
I know, but
What are you gonna do? Anyway, fan animation of Departure, because we haven't seen this one already. So kids doubt Sporticus. Might be. But yeah, this is from Fallout Equestria Departure by Viento Studio.
Velvet Remedy? I haven't seen her for almost a whole day. Take it and go to your room. Swiftly.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, they have a fire.
self-contained space that recycles ammo.
Oh, she's a sim.
Please move away.
Hey, please go back to your room promptly. Hey, aren't you the filly who let our velvet get lost outside anyway?
Hey, what are you doing here? Hey, what is that? Hey, who are you? Sorry, this is just
Really
continuing.
took. I will say this, animation-wise, very good. I think they took the audio from another Fallout Equestria.
They might have, you know, as if as long as they credit it, that's not so bad. But yeah, the animation's really good. This is from Viento Studio. Once again, a Fallout Equestria Departure. Please be sure to check it out. See the rest of it. It gets exciting and fun. And now the scary thing of ponies
Fun
versus
with
social
that.
media. Now we have ponies versus social media.
Oh, look! They made my food look nice.
You should take a picture and post it on the social application.
Oh, yes. I've been meaning to do that more often.
Be
I'm
sure to
glad
put
I
a
never
message
went
on it.
that.
What should I say?
Just say how you feel.
Gosh, I sure do love waffles.
What
now
the
let's
heck?
eat.
Well,
Hey,
she's dead.
wow! You have 20 likes on your social
Instantly
post, Pepper.
revived.
Wow, really? 20 ponies like something I had to say? Wow.
Be sure to like and respond to them. That'll help the algorithm.
Well, I'm always happy to help some pony in need.
Oh no.
No, run away! Do not feed it!
Eat
And it
the
begins.
algorithm. Do not feed it.
And it begins. But yes, this is from Scooter Trick Studios, Ponies vs. Social Media. How does this descend into chaos and madness? Well, you'll have to tune in and see. But we already know how this is going to go. Now, who's ready for the true seventh element of harmony? Yep, this is from Magpie Pony.
So let me get this
Oh, it is
straight.
tricky.
You think that I, the great and powerful Trixie, need friendship lessons?
I just thought since Starlight is taking lessons from me, you'd like to join us?
What part of great and powerful don't you understand? I know how to make friends. I could make any friends that I wanted. I could even make friends with your stupid friends.
It's not a contest, Trixie. I was just...
You're on. I'll even get each of them to sign a declaration of friendship.
Wow.
First up,
This
Flutter.
feels like something she would actually do,
What's this?
too.
Gone for the day with Discord. Ew. Whatever. I'll let the animals into her cottage and come back later when she's delighted about it. You want a lavender cape and pointed hat? With blue and yellow stars? Just like Trixie's?
Exactly like it, yes.
Of course. I'll get right on that. Next customer, please.
I'd also like a hat and cape combo like Trixie's.
You're joking. Is any pony else here for that hideous combination? That's right. My magic comes from this amazing clothing combination. If you get a set for yourself, you'll be able to grow back all the hair that you want. Trixie, what in Equestria
Okay, that is the
are
best
you
key
doing?
mark ever.
Drumming up some business for you, like a true
Do not concern
friend
yourself
would.
with
At least until you sign this.
the cough.
I'll sign anything you want if you will take
cough under
your
your face.
unique taste
Face mask, yeah.
somewhere far, far away.
Words. Why do you betray me?
Never.
Because they can.
What in the hell are you doing to this sap apple tree?
The zap apples are the most profitable for your farm, right? And I was just with Rarity and learned that more money equals friendship.
Now
so
she's
I
a
thought,
grass election.
hey, what if I could give
Oh, shit. Trixie's learning the wrong lesson in a worse way.
What's my name, Trixie?
Apple John? Yeah, I could give Apple John more of the zap apples.
Applejack.
The great Zap Apple Juke now, thanks to your bestie, Trixie. Stand up here, please.
By the way, money ain't always the best way to make friends. Maybe try and do something ponies actually like doing instead.
Something ponies like?
Oh.
Gah! Damn it, Trixie!
Well, we're gonna pause right there. If you want to see the rest of this and the true seventh element of harmony, gotta check out Magpie Pony and her awesome animation. It's always great to see when she throws one up here. It's really good stuff. So who's ready to see something that they love get ripped apart by the seams?
Pain.
We get a lot of that already.
Yep. Well, now here's Everything Wrong with School Days, Part 1.
We are gonna open a school. Is this what boring is?
Wow, those are all the places we went when we left to save Equestria.
What better way to start a new season than by spending all of this time to recap the movie instead? Don't worry, surely we'll have more than enough time to actually set up and develop all the new stuff coming later.
There's that horrid town where we were almost sold.
Hasbro snuck in a reference to the actual sale of ponies and thought we wouldn't notice. Rarity, dear, that's a Walmart. Why is the map depicting the pirate ship as an Uber driver being tracked in the app? That ship was destroyed. If the episode is going to spend so much time promoting the movie, the least it could do is watch it first.
Save this for
Tempest.
later.
I invited her to come to Ponyville.
But her agent demanded more money than we have for this entire season, so we'll never hear from her again.
Pretty much.
Twilight initially prepared a really big, highly prepared presentation to pitch the idea of opening a school. Then, Rarity said this perfectly timed line, sparing them all.
But where does one go to learn about friendship? Here.
Cheerly's fine establishment is the only school Ponyville needs.
I think a school of friendship is a wonderful idea, Twilight. I'll help in any way I can.
If this episode were sensible, Celestia would eat those words when Twilight proposes using this school building. But nope, we can simply jump cut entire castles into existence, so there's actually no need for Celestia to be involved. She's only appearing now to give some credibility to the racist pony we meet later. Thanks for the wisdom and good judgment, Celestia.
You are my star pupil. If anyone knows how to run a school, it's you.
Twilight's an expert at being a student, so of course she's already an expert in the reverse role. That's like building up a criminal record for your police officer career.
It's not like
Sounds
there's a
good to
rule
me.
book to follow.
The Twilight we know wouldn't be stating there is no rulebook. She would be asking where the rulebook is.
Not even a princess can do whatever she likes when it comes to shaping young pony minds.
When you're an absolute ruler operating a dictatorship, it's very important to offer your subjects some illusion of accountability. Main cast, background ponies, and villains alike. Every single character in this show is interesting in some way and has their own group of dedicated fans. Except for Chancellor Naysay, that is. He's the one exception in the entire show, well below even Diamond Tiara's mom, especially for dumping a legendary voice actor into such a terrible role. That is impressively sinful.
Seriously, anybody here actually like him?
I liked his
As
presence
a character?
in the story, but
You know, I think the silence
Yeah, it's
speaks
a-
volumes. Let's keep going.
It's a
Can we trust
wonderful
you to
performance.
follow through with this plan?
Yep.
Will you leave the school
Indeed.
unattended to gallop off on your
I could tell that was
adventure?
the march.
Episode mocks and
immediately.
punishes us for enjoying those fun galloping adventures. No, this school is the morally correct thing. And who are you to disagree with Twilight, Celestia, and this guy? Twilight enables propaganda mode and speaks his language
his
to
heart
convince them to
out.
let her do this school thing that
That
she
sucks.
just thought of a couple minutes ago.
If we want to keep our land safe and create a friendlier tomorrow,
It would be great if this manipulation was part of something deeper and more cunning on her part, but nope, we later learned this was all just a coincidental misunderstanding. The shadow on Twilight's horn breaks.
join us for Friends and Family Day. It'll be the perfect time to see our progress.
As unlikely as it is that it's only been 2 days, that's the rushed passage of time presented by the episode, so we have to assume not only did Twilight invite him to see their progress after only 2 days of schooling, but all of the leaders who had a long trip home after the first day probably never made it back before having to turn around. Oh no,
Yeah, that is
even
actually
the
the
school has been claimed by Larson.
It's too much. Too much.
Recognition doth not a sin undo.
And you're sure you want us to be teachers?
A rare and profound case of characters arguing with the episode itself against its nonsensical premise.
She
And
is
why
fourth
wouldn't
wall
they?
breaking.
We've had 7 seasons to witness their day-to-day and see how busy they are with jobs, hobbies, and tasks. A full-time teaching position doesn't make any sense for any of them.
And I need you all to do this by the book. That means no cannons in class, Pinky.
You heard it from the horse herself, folks. There is no pre-established canon allowed in this school. An entire school's worth of students has been waiting this entire time outside the door for a
Canon?
conclusion
That
to
means
this
I can ship
exposition.
everyone.
The episode puts great emphasis on the school welcoming non-ponies, so much that it's kind of the whole premise here. Yet, despite this setup and reveal, a measly 5 non-pony students showed up. The
Huge
others were
difference.
smart enough to decline
Even though
Twilight's
no.
disrespectful invitation to become obligatory token characters to help her fill a quota.
Friendship is something that
And
needs to be
apparently
shared
my
with every
internet just decided to hiccup
creature.
again.
And
That's
there
great.
it is, the very first use of the
Didn't
word.
like, didn't like.
Alright, sorry, I'm just taking a second here because my internet hiccuped again, so it looks like we're gonna have a fun one today, everybody. Did I? Oh crap, I'm dropping it again. Oh, that's not good. Huh. No, it hiccuped twice so quickly. That is really not good.
Oh.
Alright, I think we're good. Let's keep going.
Representing the abandonment and undoing of years of pony lore. Every
Well, I
pony
think
and
we're
any
far
pony
enough
were just
into
some
this
of the
that it might be
playful
good to
words
call it.
often used as a means of inclusion
Yeah.
and promoting world building, but now they're old-fashioned terms reserved for racists. Get with the times, old man. Ponies are no longer cool.
You're a teacher? Ah, thought you'd be cooler.
Why does being a teacher make her less cool? Why is the episode making fun of teachers in such a forced, unnatural way? And why does this extensive rulebook about running a school have no mention of qualifications for teachers anyway?
All right, we're gonna pause there. Anyway, we're okay. We got one more video. Normally this is a full 20-minute-er, but I think we should be able to get a good taste of it in 5. After the fact, Hearts and Hooves Day, because we had Valentine's Day a few weeks ago, and that's when this video was made.
I'm a newbie elementary school teacher with a rather odd question. Last week, I attempted to lead my class in a Valentine's Day crafting free-for-all. Construction paper, glitter, and all the fixings were distributed. The final items passed around were little, innocuous bottles of Elmer's glue. One of my more precocious students took one look at her bottle and turned as white as its contents. She then shrieked like a banshee, "This stuff is made from dead horses," and started weeping. Dead silence followed. Then came a chorus of cries, snickers, boisterous neighing, and the kind of pandemonium only a room full of 8-year-olds can generate. I reassured the kids that this was not true at all, but it was too late. The declaration had sparked a mini glue revolt, and I scrapped the project for the day.
Yes, scream, sing your symphony of tears. Horse today, glue tomorrow. Looney Tunes taught me this long ago. Behold the darkness as Applebloom trots upon the remains of her fallen brethren and holds their souls between her teeth. Quiver with demoralization as you realize that our Rainbow Factory headcanons pale in comparison to the cruelty of human reality. Ponder in perplexity with the knowledge that we stopped using animal parts and glue and gradually moved to synthetics starting in 1932.
Wow!
So by all estimates, Applebloom is simply walking through wannabe glue. Takes a bit of the dark wind out of my goth metal sails. Was trying to add some bite to this Hearts and Hooves Day. Sorry, Cadence, we'll have to start things over. No, don't go. It's time I settled a question that's boggled my brain since your first appearance.
Hearts and Hooves Day only comes once
That's
a
how
year
I
after
see
all.
cosplaying goes.
So there goes any headcanon about a year encompassing a repeat celebration. What else can this episode destroy? Ooh, I know. How about being the first big spoiler in Gen 4's history, as iTunes released this early, around February 8th, 2012. Its official airing was February 11th. So that was the early taste of dissonance before we had multi-country early airings, leaks, spoilers, and a general sense of defeat in trying to keep pace with the show. Or maybe that was just me.
Glitter! It could definitely
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
so annoying.
Scootaloo.
Yeah.
Izzy would have loved you.
And glitter. Lots of glitter.
And what's this? Heartbreak at such a young age?
Oh, to be young and to feel love's keen sting.
But perhaps more shocking is Diamond Tiara being given a Hearts and Hooves Day card and apparently going through a mental shutdown.
Oh.
You think we're the best teacher in the whole wide world.
Presently, she's the only teacher besides Celestia, and still deserves that title.
How could some pony as amazing as you not have a very special Sun Pony on Hearts and Hooves Day?
That look right there says, you sound just like my mother. But allow me to say to anyone who has faced Valentine's Day or any other love-themed gathering that there is nothing
Okay, we're gonna just pause right there. I'm sorry. We'll let the thought finish.
wrong with you if you're
Sounds
single.
like my mother.
Far darker is the idea that we only form a relationship for an exhibitionist goal.
If any pony deserves a very special Sun Pony, it's her.
Oh no.
So the girls have a goal of hooking Shirley up, leading to a rather epic high hoof.
Let's go,
But such is mere prelude to a rather famous song with lots of introductions, including Button Mash's first debut, confirmation of mortality, and possible hints of pony Christianity, coulrophobia, and a ship for caramel, which will come to a tragic end in Season 3. Disco Fever, highly questionable interests. You be you, just not in front of the foals. It is worth noting that at this point in the show's development, they didn't seem ready to show off same-sex couples in the background. By future Hearts and Hooves episodes, we got to see two stallions enjoying each other's company. Having dismissed the entirety of Tier 3 characters and most of Tier 2 for what seem like superficial reasons, the last stallion standing is Big Macintosh.
Big Macintosh is the perfect match for Miss Cheerly. He's
Yeah,
really
that was
nice, super hardworking, but
They
he's
were
also
silent
pretty shy.
all of a sudden.
Or he's holding on to a lot of trauma from an event not yet defined. I hear
I'm sorry, give me a second.
you say, Silver, you sobering sparrow. What's with all these dark takes? Well, that's because this holiday, often criticized for its commercialism even more than Christmas, has a particularly dark history. One that I shall present through the gift of stage in a production I call Happy Lupercalia, Space Marine.
All right. You know what? We're gonna go ahead, learn the true history of Valentine's Day, and then we'll call it good.
The foul energies of the orb have displaced me in both time and space. You there, what day is this? What year?
Why, it's the tail end of the 5th century, Armored Warrior. You have arrived on the finest day of them all, the celebration of Lupercalia.
Lupercal? Yeah?
Yes, a festive day of celebration and revelry. It's lost a bit of popularity, what with the Roman Empire's conversion to Christianity, but there's still a strong following.
I assume that following is the gathering of nudists over yonder.
Indeed. Speaking of...
Choose your next words with care.
It's all part of the frivolity, friend. Next we have a sacrificial offering of a goat. Followed by the sacrifice of a canine.
Yeah, no.
Kidney punch.
My show, my choice. No dog sacrifices this day. Come on, Puppo.
No.
Remember, history
I
sucks.
think that was the Lord of Change from the Chaos God Zinch.
Maybe he is and maybe he isn't. A small matter. We still have the sacrificial goat. Observe as the priests take the hide and cut it into strips. Then dip those strips into blood. Then come the ladies. Then the priest smacks them with the hide strips.
What does this torture serve?
No torture. The strikes help make the women fertile. Now here, would you like to add your name to the jar?
To what end?
We draw 2 names from the jar, and whoever wins starts copulating.
Here?
In front of everyone.
So what I witnessed before me is a celebration featuring blood sacrifice, violence, hedonism, and animal cruelty. Surely, this is the work of the Chaos God of Pleasure and Excess, Slanesh.
Sounds like my kind of god.
Whoa! Right then, you are all deemed guilty and in sore need of exterminatus. If you could all line up once more so that I might end your heresy with a single bolt round, that would be most efficient. Hold, armored stranger! Who dares order me thus? I am Pope Galasius. By my decree, the celebration of Lupercalia is hereby outlawed. Now, all of you, put some clothes on. From this day forth, we shall instead honor the memory of Saint Valentine. You have saints? Well, it's more of a multiple choice. Our Emperor, Claudius II, did order the deaths of 2 priests known as Valentine on February the 14th. Not in the same year, of course. Pansy. One Valentine defied an imperial edict and married soldiers to women in secret. He was beaten and beheaded for his defiance. Another was already slated for execution and fell in love with one of his caretakers. His final letter to her before the end was signed, "From your Valentine." And it was due to the works of Geoffrey Chaucer, with some help from Shakespeare, that the idea of romance continued to be associated with the celebration of St. Valentine through the ages. One need only read the Parliament of Fowls and the Complaint of Mars to see why.
This has been quite an informative encounter, but it is not the Emperor of mankind's will. And therefore, all must be exterminated. Courage and honor for the Emperor!
Alright, I think we can stop that.
Lots of fire.
Alright, that went longer than I expected, by a large margin. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this all up. And let's go ahead and get this...
You're talking about, I remember the Space Marines in my history class.
Did you get the Space Marine chapter second?
No, you see, I was actually trying to get the StarCraft Space Marine chapter, but unfortunately Blizzard hiked up the price, so I had to go with...
I was gonna make a Mormon joke, but if
Go ahead.
you got that Mormon GT.
Go ahead. I have those Mormon genes, so I'm more than happy to let you drag them to the dirt. That's right. I know. I don't care. All right, let's get the shout-outs in.
Man, we have less than an hour worth of footage. Damn.
Let's just finish up. Christmas Captain.
Fires, explosions, fossil vents, jerky, run things.
DM21.
Have a great week. Stay healthy, and I gotta get a computer power or something.
Alright, Rainstorm.
Coffee. Yay, coffee.
And Textalion.
Bye,
And Torquoy.
We'll see you in the after party.
And of course, Suki from the Otaku Ascended.
Yay.
Alright, and with that, I'd like to thank you all for joining us for another episode of The Brony Show. Please be sure to tune in on Thursdays now for the Thursday crew doing Thursday shenanigans. Also, keep an eye out on the Discord for random streams. They have been known to pop up. They have been popping up now. So if you want to catch a stream from one of our streamers, it's a good way to find out when they're randomly going to stream. Also, tune in on Sunday for Sucker's Gaming Room, where we are miraculously still in Pal World, and hopefully we'll ransack some towers here in quick, short, and painful order. And along with that, tune in an hour early for the pre-show with pre-show crew, Cold Dust and crew doing pre-show fun. And also, if you're catching us live, we have the Coffee House After Party only on our Bond stream. Videos galore and just a lot of fun silliness. And with that, we want to give a shout out to the IRC chatters that are dedicated to the IRC, even with the website being all wonky as it is. Thank you to Charismatic Captain for keeping an eye on the IRC. And thank you to Cal Sakai, Cool Dude, Fantastic Fred, Sonic 541, Techman, Textelion the Second. And yay, Archivers. And I do want to give a big shout out to everybody out there, to all of our archive watchers on YouTube and Twitch, to our streaming watchers on YouTube and Twitch, and however you're catching the Brony Show, whether you're catching it live somewhere else maybe, or you're catching recordings somewhere, however you're catching it, however you're enjoying it, however you're loving the Brony Show, thank you. It means so much to me. It means so much to all of us that you still enjoy it, that you're still having fun. I'm still having fun with the Brony community. I'm eager and excited to start doing more with it. And I know things change, weirdness happens, and sometimes you have to do things differently than you used to. But it doesn't mean you still can't enjoy the passion and love that you have and bringing it to something new. With that in mind,
Indeed.
Yep. And with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and wrap it all up with BGM Pony Degeneracy and Matchmaker, because we didn't have enough Valentines already. And I hope you have a good night.
Hey, Anon. So, a little birdie told me that you could use some help finding some pony for yourself. Luckily, the world of love is my specialty, so why don't you tell me?
Cadence, Bernard, my two good friends.
Discord? What are you doing here?
What, a Chaos God can't mingle on occasion? Now, what's all this I hear about our heart-ached human?
I am helping him to find a match, so...
Ooh, can I help?
No!
Wonderful. Now, a word of advice. You might think you know the kind of mare you need to sow love's first seed to devotion's tree. Playing it safe is perfectly fine if you want to live dull and intimately dry. All I ask is you consider the ways in which a pony less refined could brighten your day.
Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what it means. The love's so unshakably consistent and clean. Why don't we start with Marble Pie? She's romantically open, even if a bit shy. A solid foundation weathers any storm. When marble is formed, you can't be torn.
The Pie Girls all, I'll raise your bet. Limestone's really the mare you should get. There's nothing like the challenge of taming a hothead. Plus, imagine how the fire translates in bed.
Limestone's a bit advanced for the time. Let's pick a pony less inclined to shatter a spine. The flower tree is single and awaiting a match. With golden hearts, any one of them is a catch.
3 home bodies with their hooves in the ground. Great if you're boring and stay homebound. We have different thoughts on what makes love strong.
I'm the princess of love. Your opinion is wrong. Didn't your relationship already fall apart? What do you know about matters of the heart?
Chaos is my reign and romance is its tombstone.
Cornerstone?
Whatever stone, I don't like your speaking tone.
Matchmaker, show me the way to win a pony's heart today. It's a simple way, wise to try to surprise. What's the right call, who could say? Matchmaker, give me the man. For me to pepper with love and care. Easy day to excite, it's predictable, right? It's all so much to bear.
What about Derpy? A mare so sweet. No pony's more pure and she's been dying to meet.
Scrupulous is alone, a sanity burger.
He wants to be a stallion friend, not a ward worker. I know a party pony who could use some pony nice.
Pinky, if sugar and screaming entice, let's get away from ponies with their heads full of air and talk about those with a magic flair. Starlight, there's a mare is worth one's time with the smarts and the magic that nearly rivals mine.
You mean the mare who mind control is out of bad habit? You get less abuse stating Flutter's pet rabbit. If you want power, Twilight could do. Responsible, intelligent, thoughtful too.
Royal obligations and books galore. You'll never want more if you like a good snore.
Love Princess here, I'm wearing the crown. You're muddying the waters and slowing me down.
I'll have you know I'm quite person matters of the heart, and Flutter's only round because we have the same parts.
Matchmaker, show me the way to win a pony's heart today. It's the simple way, wise I should have tried to surprise. What's the right call, who could say? Matchmaker, give me the man. For me to pepper with love and care. Easy day to excite, it's predictable, right? It's all so much to bear.
You know not every pony wants to play house.
You need something steady or you won't make it to vows.
There's really no point if your happiness is doomed.
Love isn't crazy, it's reliable and smooth.
Wild and unwound.
Responsible and sound.
Playful with joy.
Tactful and coy.
Exuberant and base.
Collected with grace.
Enough.
Princess Celestia.
I can take a hint, you two. Since you insist, I will date the human.
You... what?
Come along, dear.
Huh. Didn't see that one coming.